Hello everyone, my name is Tisra and welcome back to our Jozai campaign. So, in the end of the previous part, we were about to engage in a naval battle, so obviously that is where I decided to start this. Also, our deployment zone are very close to the enemy, and we might actually be in range of them. It's a bit hard to tell, I'm not completely certain, but if I am, well, good for me, and if I am not, well, that's not so good for me, because they will most likely be deployed as I am deployed right now, because the AI tends to do so. At least in my experience. So, we have a gunboat, and we have... Are they all the same class? Yes, they are. So, we have 3 wooden corvettes of the Chiton class. And the enemy has 2 corvettes of the Chiton class, I think. And also a gunboat? I think so. I think they have a gunboat. I know they have 2 Chiton classes, and I have 3. Anyway, let's start the battle and see about that range.
The men are ready to attack, sir.
And we cannot fire. We are just out of range. Well, not really. Just because they are deploying further back than the red line actually was. Well, if you're going to go towards me and be absolutely slaughtered, I'm not gonna stop you. I'm actually gonna shift my line a little bit here. And by the way, when I turn around and attack, I might divide them? I don't know, really. Oh, there we go. I take that as a sign as that they came into range. Also, apparently one of my shots that missed that guy actually hit the enemy ship. The enemy Chiton, so that was very lucky, I would say. And I'm not gonna complain about it. Only problem with this being a small ship is that it is therefore very hard to hit. Not impossible, you saw me actually hit one earlier. But yeah, we might have a problem or two. Also, we are quite a large target, meaning that that cannon right there definitely has the potential to hit our broadsides. And that's a swing and a miss, but I think we actually managed to hit. Yes, apparently, just before I went into first-person mode. So they have lost 1 man. Wow. It's a devastating blow. But yeah, we are still hitting the enemy here. So actually, what I think I will be doing is to push these guys a little over there, so that shells that miss this gunboat should hit like the middle of that Chiton class in the background. There we go, I think I've found the sweet spots. Because around that... oh, there we go. I guess we hit the powder storage right there. Yes, that's also the thing about all the samurai naval battles, if you weren't aware. And that is, they tend to be very explosive. Not always, but often they result in, well, a ship explosion, basically. But I think it's actually a lot more unusual to happen in Darth mode. Except when you have small ships like that, they can't really take that much punishment. Therefore, I'm sending this gunboat completely on its own. That seems smart, right? If I actually click an attack order here... Never mind, they are stupid. Don't do that, please. Yeah, I'll try to outflank here. But yeah, our superior numbers should be enough here. Then again, it is still 3 on 2, and if they do get a lucky shot in, well, might very well turn the tide of the battle right around again. And as you might imagine, I'm not a fan of that. But what can you do, really? Okay, are we firing? Yes, we are, and we're also being fired upon. but let's enable a fast reload or two. And that was actually the wrong button. Come on.
General is under attack.
Oh, that's actually +2. Never mind. Yeah, because this is H. Okay then. Oh well, now they are just burning their engine and doing a lot of damage, potentially, to ourselves here. We might catch on fire. Okay, these guys are actually not in range. I'm trying to make it so that I'm not actually firing on my own ships here. And thankfully, I am actually not firing at my own ships. That's good. But you can stop, and you can actually stop going in stern. But there we go. We can also repair mid-battle. And it appears that my peers are about to kick in, because this gunboat is very much vulnerable right here. Solid shot. I don't have any options, do I? I don't think so. So yes, we are being hit. Quite badly as well. Thankfully, with that gunboat, and we don't really have to care about them. They haven't really taken any damage yet. I'm surprised about that. They have taken a lot of shots, but apparently not that much damage. We might actually be hitting more sails than anything. Well, masts, I guess. We aren't really using our sails. Thankfully, they left our gunboat alone. Yeah, one of these flanks are getting pounded. I can't see anything. Way too much smoke. There we go. That should be a point blank straight to the face. But yeah, they are quite resilient. I'll give them that. I'm actually starting to waver. Brilliant. I'm starting to feel that all my hits aren't really hits. Well, most of my hits aren't really hits. They're more like hits to the masts, and they're not really doing that much. Come on, you're steam powered. Turn around. Yeah, they are doing some very good maneuvering. I'll definitely have to give them that. But come on, give him a point-blank range shot here. Look at this. They're this close and they're that hard to actually see on the battlefield. And there went one of my masts. These guys have already lost, I guess, 2 masts, because, yes, they are the same class. Just making sure there. Just making sure that I keep them in range. And not hidden behind my own ships. And now they are both wavering, one of them routing. That's very nice. Actually, we might actually be able to board that with that little quick vessel right there. And now they're both routing. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna try to do it. So, you two, stop firing. You as well. And see if we can reach them before they reach a red line. I think we might not be able to do so, but it's definitely worth a shot, isn't it? Well, these guys might be able to do so, but I don't think these guys will be able to. Why are you so damn slow? Oh, I think I hit the drop anchor. when I really meant to just toggle pirate wheel off. Well, that was a slight mistake there. And I weren't actually able to catch them. What the hell are you doing? So apparently they forgot about my direct attack order right there, and these guys might be able to run away instead of being captured. Well, that's fun. Let's try to sink them. Well, unfortunately these guys might be able to run away, but at least at the end of the day we managed to kill off one of them. Actually 2 of them, because these guys are definitely sinking. If they weren't sinking, well, they wouldn't be stopping there. Yeah, why are you stopping? That's really weird. Also, we are actually suffering problems here. These guys are about to sink. So let's try to fix them. Yeah, these guys are also about to sink. Definitely. So stop them before they do that. Also, yes, you have fire at will enabled. That was actually not what I wanted you to do. Let's see, there we go. Look at that, I aim there. I aim there actually, and hits over there. So, really shows you the accuracy, doesn't it? Yeah, I just want to sink that. At least take it out. You know what? Shouldn't I be capturing this? That was what I wanted, right? Let's see. Yeah, I'm suspecting this of sinking. But if we can manage to grab it before we have to call it quits because of this guy being very close to sinking. So yeah, I'm gonna try the best I can. But yeah, definitely getting time to call it quits there. Oh? I might be repaired. These guys, on the other hand, yeah, the end there is dropping off a bit. But come on, you could be a bit quicker than that. There we go. And let's see what you can do. And now it's really time to just speed this up to get this done and over with. What are you doing? Are you actually firing at them? That's a bit silly. And there we go. They are definitely sinking. Okay then. Let's end that battle. So we killed off 2 of the ships, which I see as a great result, seeing that they have been a real bother for me the past, I don't know, like 4 parts? 5 parts maybe? Probably like 4. But yeah, they have been annoying and have actually quite a huge amount of resources and attention with this province right here, just to keep them under control. And right now they are barely under control. Only 1 to devastation though. Yeah, about that. I have to build that police station I talked about in the previous part. Also, I'm guessing we might have a few turns of waiting before we can actually move out there. And of course the first step is to repair that fortress. So let's skip to the next turn so we actually get some money.
Awaiting your next command.
And I guess we could blockade the Isu's income. At least their income from trade, now that we have a navy. Oh yeah, how did I forget about you? How could I forget? Apparently they don't have any trade. At least not coastal. Or trade by sea, I guess is the correct term. Let's see, yeah, you are actually trading with Jozai. Where are they? Up here? Huh. Aren't these guys... You're supposed to be shogunate, right? Yes, they are. So I'm guessing that that was an old trade agreement that is still in effect. Because, well, they didn't cancel it after these guys flipped. So, who loves me? Well, pretty much all of my neighbors. Except for, of course, the Isu. That's understandable. Okay, so this province used to be occupied by the, what were they called again? Sempu? I think so. But now they have been taken over by a shogunate-friendly clan. Also, that should start flipping this province. Right? Yeah, because of... Never mind, I'm actually not. Maybe from this one. But there we go, pro-imperial influence from neighboring provinces. That should flip when they actually manage to convert this back to what it used to be. Or what it should be, anyway. Let's repair that again. That didn't cost too much. But this is going to cost a lot, and there's also the mentioned police station, and holy... Yeah, that's a problem. And they will probably try to rush me with a lot of melee units. Oh dear, we have ourselves a problem here. Also, why didn't I see that? Huh.
My lord.
Apparently I was a bit oblivious there. But let's... actually we can't afford that. But I guess we'll have to do like this, do that. And this will give me 6 repression, meaning that I can take... How much? I can take 10 units, or I guess 10 units worth of repression, and move it out immediately. Yes, because devastation will go away. Actually, we could take out minus 11 when it comes to repression, I think. But yeah, we have to exempt these guys from tax, because, well, that's not going to go down, is it? Well, up, I guess. Well, to be fair, this is going to flip again, like flip back to what it should be. But yeah, the devastation is going to mount up here, because these guys are very happy about raiding. Shock. You never knew that. Anyway, as I said, we have to leave a few units here, but definitely we want to bring our A game here. Unfortunately, we are not able to do that until next turn, so I guess we'll just have to hope that these guys do not capture the city before the next turn. Yeah, we are not able to reach that in 2 turns with a artillery piece, I think. But yeah, I think we might lose this and we'll have to recapture it. So I guess it's a good thing to drag with ourselves our artillery, because we are going to need it. Also, just to make sure here. Okay, so that takes away 9 repression. That takes away still 9 repression. Okay then. We might have to exempt this from tax as well, and that hurts me. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how it goes. Actually, we'll reach that on the very next turn. And we are right now at -6, but do not worry. This will go up to 7. Well, I guess up 6, and that will go down. So it should actually give me... Actually, I think it will give me +1. But yeah, well, could have brought the garrison infantry, I think. Well, the levy infantry, I think. That might be pushing it, so I'm not gonna attempt that. But these guys are probably gonna capture this. But let's see what they do, because I think you're ready for that. Well, no, certainly none other things we could be doing right now. Not even raiding trade route, because apparently all of them are friendly. Right here, anyway. And nothing really much just came from raiding a port. Never mind. We should actually keep that port bombarded so that they can't produce yet more naval vessels. So, yeah, I think it actually might be a good idea to keep that damaged. Also, finally, let's take a look at our clan development. Yes, we were doing this. After that, are there anything we can do to increase the happiness? I guess down here, but then we have to go through this one. So 2 turns there and 6 turns there. That might be a good idea, just to have some added base happiness. So we hopefully do not have to worry about all of the unhappiness problems we are facing right now. Anyway, that was all for that turn. So come on, Aizu. Do your worst. Come on, Aizu. Really? Well, they have been kind of hellbent on this province from well, from when the war against them started, so I guess I can't blame them. But yeah, I guess we'll have to let the hunt commence.
Destination reached.
Actually, I should thank you for going after this province, because I don't think this is a good target for you. Because this garrison is actually better and stronger than this one, so yeah, I don't see your reasoning there. And if you're just gonna go ahead and raid, well, that's a really a big waste of an army, honestly. So I just want to check something out. Let's see here. We have a stronghold there and a stronghold there. So yeah, the garrison is the same, which means that this is actually a worse target for you rather than this. Well, unless your priorities is to grab this copper. And actually that might be a very good idea for you. It's definitely a good trading resource. Speaking of trades, these guys are about to ruin it for me. I guess I weren't actually doing that much trade. Apparently. Okay, we have a little bit of money. Repair the telegraph's office. And let's give them a bit of taxation. We have to do that to keep ourselves alive, really. Speaking about trading, are we able to trade with the Western powers? No, I guess we'll do that. I guess the event hasn't fired yet, which is a shame, but can't really do too much about it, can we? Or we might have to build... No, definitely not. We can't build the trading district until we get that mission. But it might require a trading port to actually launch that mission. But there we go, you can see second to last on the features, it says enables trade routes with the Western powers. So yes, we might have to save up money to get that, because trade with Western powers, that is very, very lucrative. Unfortunately, that is expensive. Well, at least it will give me a coastal defense, so I guess there's that. Also, we will gain more trade routes, so that should be worth the investment. Unfortunately, as I said, that will take away from other projects, but I think actually the trading project might be more worth it right now. Also, finally, before we end the turn, let's take a look here. Okay, so 12 resistant to invaders, which means that without that, we are looking at 3+ to the happiness, which means we could take a few units and incorporate them into our army, which is good because right now I believe we have a weaker army than these guys. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with 2 actually, because these spell levy, well, they are not the best, to be honest. Well, actually I only have 1 spare unit. Okay, let's try to push it, and if that doesn't work, well, I guess we'll have to check this one. So, I promised that was the last thing I was gonna do before I end the turn, and I'm gonna hold my word there. And they are gonna raid. Wow, you're so original. I've never seen anything like it, and apparently I allowed those treacherous Isu to pass me by. Oh? Oh, I'm actually going to see them try to fight me. This might be fun, just to take a look at how these guys actually, well, how they do against the castle. That might result in a lot of casualties for my men, but yeah, I'm gonna fight this one. So hopefully my PC won't crash on me. That is of course always a possibility. Well, not always, but definitely in these times. So I am trying to get that PSU I talked about. I am trying to get that, but right now I'm trying to buy it for cheap, and I'm not getting response from the seller. But yeah, if worse comes to worse, I should have that fixed within like 14 days, hopefully. Anyway, just to make sure that this battle doesn't completely F everything up, well, if it does F everything up, I'm just going to stop the recording, so I have it up to this point. And hopefully we won't crash when I resume the recording. So, here we go with the battle. So, I can't see where they are deploying, but I think putting these guys right here is a very safe bet. So, let's take a look at our other units. So obviously we want the spear levies to kind of be our last ditch. Well, at least not the first unit we like sent to die. And when I mean like last ditch, I guess I could send them first because they should be the best ones to actually hold back a melee attack. I don't know actually. So we might actually do something like this, and then one final one on the last tier. So yeah, we can actually place them. They are actually almost too big to place properly. There we go, there's a massive block there, almost 400 soldiers. All beautifully rendered. Unfortunately right now on medium quality because, yeah, as I said, I don't want an unnecessary risk of my computer crashing. So yeah, that was that. And now, let's deploy the levy infantry. So these will be our first line of defense because, well, they are kind of expendable. So one over that gate. There's no guarantee that they will use the gates, but well, just in case. And just make sure, yeah, we have that guy and then two others. Place one guy over here. And then one guy here. Actually, I think here might be the best idea, even though these guys are now not engaged in the battle. Anyway, the moment we actually see where they are going, we will, of course, adjust our troops accordingly. So that was those guys out of the way, and I guess we could take the rest of them and really not care anymore about really who they are, because they are just about the same quality. Slightly different, these guys, but just about the same, really. Or at least a lot better than levy infantry, which I actually didn't finish placing out. And didn't I finish place a unit there? I think I actually like redistributed units that I already placed. Oh well. You guys, where do I want you to go? Here maybe? Yeah, I still have that unit. I don't know where to place you. Okay, let's place you guys there. Okay, after that, you guys there. Just protect the, like, major points here. You guys can defend this. You guys can defend this. And let's take what remains and do a bit like this. What now? I don't know really. We might have a unit which we just keep in reserve actually. So yeah, right now we are defended against the immediate battle. So let's just see where they choose to deploy. All over here, okay. You are very well placed. Actually, let's attempt to drag it out a little bit and do that. You should go and... let's see. I can't really make you fill that gap because that is way too low. Well, way too low pillage, and the units that will not be engaged in that is almost a complete unit of its own, so I'm not gonna do that. You are actually very well placed. You guys, not so much. So let's see if I can distribute you before everything breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. Let's start the barrage, and as you can see, slow walking troops in open terrain. are not doing that well. Also, I should be pointing out that a mistake I did earlier, when I used the mortars in the battle, was actually thinking that they were shooting non-explosive shots, but that was wrong because that was of course fired from the wooden cannon, so I'm sorry about that, but hopefully I fix it now. Yeah, you can actually redistribute. It's actually a bit tricky to find spots to fit them in. Okay, they are at the walls, but our second tier is very well defended, so I actually don't think we really need to redistribute that much. Actually, you guys, you're right there, might be better suited over here, just to have a few volleys at the initial arriving troops. Actually, where are you going? No, you're gonna go up here and then down here. So do not pull any of that on me. Okay, so these guys shattered. And those guys shattered as well. These guys haven't shattered yet, but they are expected to very soon follow suit with their brethren on the right flank, on their right flank. Look at this. Okay, these guys have definitely breached the first tier, but I think that might be the only tier they are going to breach. And they haven't completely killed that first tier yet. So I think we might be good here. Well, I know that from the start really, but I just want to see how well my units actually are doing. By the way, if this was a regular Folder Samurai, this would have been over a long time ago. You really don't understand how brutal Folder Samurai, well, unless you've seen it of course, but yeah, usual Folder Samurai, vanilla Folder Samurai, it's incredibly brutal. This one is also very, very brutal, but yeah, original Folder Samurai, you have like laser guns compared to something like Empire and Napoleon. This fire tower actually has them in range. Or archery tower. Yeah, they are not... Well, they might breach the second tier, but they are not gonna get a foothold on the second tier. Also, what a... Oh, finally you're actually getting here. So these guys haven't arrived yet. That's quite good. These guys have, on the other hand. Yarikachi is favoring. Another Yarikachi is favoring. That might actually be the same unit. No, it isn't. Those are actually two separate units. This Spear Levy is favoring. Levy Garrison is running away, quite expectedly. Well, at least this cracked down on the original rebellion. So hopefully that'll bring a crackdown buff to my repression. I'm not 100% confident that it will actually do it. Also, these guys are probably not finished. They might be they will probably return, and I will have to fight them off again. Well, I don't think they will regain their numbers, seeing that they don't actually have a general. They just have a bunch of units that were just randomly spawned without a general, really. Well, I guess the kind of captain of one of the leading units, but you know what I mean. Okay. never mind, we actually killed pretty much all of them. Yeah, none are gonna survive here. And they killed as many as 420 of my men. And I guess we killed a few of our own. But that was to be expected. And we still have 4,100 remaining. Never mind then, we actually do have a tiny bit of a rebel army still remaining. But yeah, that's not gonna happen, bro. You are very dead. And finally, we actually have some stability here. So yeah, you can see here, we're just gonna get tooltip to show a military crackdown. Also, finally, let's have these guys move down, and I'm actually in range here. That's very good. And this should be a damage chitin class. So let's try to just auto-resolve this. And we took a bit of damage there, but we survived. So in 2 turns, we should have enough money to rebuild that. Also, what have you done? Well, you've gotten closer, but you haven't attacked yet. You've just raided a bunch. Thankfully, now the resistant to invaders buff has kicked in, so I don't really have to worry about that until I force defeat them, and that buff goes away. So, there we have it. My army is following them. They have quite a lot of melee infantry, so I'm kind of worried about that if we are to meet in a direct confrontation. But I might have to, sacrifice my levy infantry to try to keep my more important units still firing and operational. Hopefully I could do enough damage to make their spears run away so that they are not ready to kill off my saber cavalry. So we have control here. We have a bit of damage here, but this wasn't really providing me with any income anyway, as far as I could tell. Which is kind of weird, but I guess that was how it is. That was how it was, I guess. But yeah, we are actually keeping everything under control here for now. So I will not use my money to build up that before we actually build our trading port. Which, as I said, should be happening in 2 turns, unless I'm very unlucky and have to like recruit as crazy down here in order to keep these guys away. Finally, we're just gonna take a look at these guys, and they are surprisingly stable. This is going to go down and this is going to go up, which of course balances out, and we are stable at 1+. Go me. Anyway, I think I'll end it there. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and as always, you should like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed it. That is it for now, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.